Hello team, good evening. Amar is here from ExcelR. So Deep sir will join within 5 minutes. Meanwhile, you have any question regarding to the LMS, anything you can ask me. Guys, don't raise hand. If you have question, please type in chat box. Nikhil question is there, where can we get the update for upcoming courses? Nikhil, you will get the notification via mail authorized from your college. Sachin, when SQL will start? Sachin, for first 10 day, we are going with Python programming. Today is day 7. So after 3 days, we are going to start with SQL. Saraswati, the all PDFs are uploaded in the LMS only. You can check. Sai Krishna question. When did school start, sir? After 3 days, we start with school. Yeah, school is for 5 days, 10 hours. Rajendra question is, may you please post assignment? Rajendra, assignment, you will get the assignment once we're done with the all program. After 15 days, you will get the assignment in LMS only, okay? Yes, Lalita, you will get the assignment. Tanmay, after hello, when we get a certificate, after completion of the program, if you attended 60 or more than 60% of attendance, then you will receive a certificate via mail. Ria's question is there, are certificates for digital marketing already given? Yes, Ria, we are sharing the certificates. If you have doubt, then drop a mail on edl@excelr.com. Tirnath, please share the mail ID. Nishant, please drop a mail. Yes, Raji, attendance form is available in LMS also. Lalita, there is no in examination for certificates. 60% attendance is mandatory only. Mani, your attendance is shared with your TPO, your college coordinator. Arpita, drop a mail on edl@excelr.com. We will help there. There is one more question B. Sir, is it not possible to download PDFs from LMS to offline? No, B, it's not possible. You are able to see only. Lalita, please drop a mail on edl@excelr.com for your query. Mani Reddy, class is there. Sir will join within 5 minutes. We are waiting for Deep sir. Bhavya Srinivas, sir, SQL PDFs are not available on LMS. SQL PDFs will be shared at that same time when we start with SQL. Raji, you will receive the certificate via your registered mail ID or mail which you used for the filling attendance form. Total duration of course. The total duration is 30 hours. A Lokesh question is there. Is this course available to anyone? Yes, Lokesh. Shubham Vishwakarma, can we get a credit by doing this course? Absolutely. You will receive a participant certification from ExcelR and also knowledge. Vakar Ahmad, sir, we have to submit assignments. Vakar, no need to submit assignments. Assignment is just for your practice. Rajesh question is there. So actually, first 2 days I can't fill attendance. Rajesh, no need to worry. Just 60% attendance is mandatory. Lalita question is there. Sir, if we miss any class, how to cover a classes? You can see a recorded video. It's available in the LMS. Soumya LMS is a learning management system. For more details, you can drop a mail on edl@excelr.com. Ajmat Khan question is there. We didn't register for this course, but attending regularly. Ajmat, if you are attending and filling attendance form, then you will get the certificate. 60% attendance is mandatory for getting certificate. Nishant, yes, participation certificate. Aditya, how many days to starting SQL sessions? We'll start within next 3 days. Yeah, once we're done with the Python programming, Python is for 20 hours and SQL is for 10 hours. Siddhi Shirode what will be the last date of this course? Siddhi, there are a few vacations, so I'm not able to give you a perfect answer. Irshad, on dashboard, there is no schedule even I have registered this. Irshad, please drop a mail on edl@excelr.com. Tirunat, can you drop an email ID in chat box? YouTube live. Nishan, there is no any project. If anybody have any query regarding to the digital marketing certificate, please drop a mail on edl@excelr.com. Madhu class is there. Just wait for 2 more minutes. Sir will join you. Vaishnavi's question is there. After completing all sessions, are you going to conduct an exam or certificates? Vaishnavi, there is no any examination. How will I receive a certificate after completion of course? You will receive your certificate via your registered mail ID. Nikhil, all videos are public. You are able to see on YouTube. If there is an embedded system, IoT is not in plan now. Once we plan, then we will send a notification. Sir joined. Sir, hand over to you. You can take. Swati, PDF is already there. You
Hello.
can access.
Yeah. Hi. Good evening, everybody. Sorry for the delay. It's a typical weekday here in Bangalore and was a bit stranded. So thank you. Welcome back. And I hope you're all doing great. And you have been enjoying the sessions and you have been working on a few programs as well. Right. Yesterday, we had a great day. I was very happy with the way you solved the programs, with the way you actually did quite a few hands-on stuff. So continuing that thing now, what I'm going to give is a program. Can you quickly try writing a program? Yes? Can I get an emphatic yes or no? Hello? Are you guys there? Am I audible? Okay, thank you. That's it. That's the energy that I want to see. Okay, excellent. Good evening, everybody. Thank you. So good to be back with you. Right. So if that's the case, let's start with one program. Okay, let's get our hands dirty, guys. So what I want you to, it's a very simple program, okay? You write a Python program to constitute the following code block. Okay, quickly. Here's my program for you. Okay, so first go through the program, think through it. It's a pretty standard program. Okay, there's nothing very out of the box behind it, but probably you have done this before also in your other programming classes. If you would definitely have done it. So I need you to now think of this in a new way. You need to think how you would write the design first of all. Okay, I don't want you to start programming immediately. Just write the program definition first. Okay, how you are going to arrive at a solution. Then write a bit snippet of the code, test it, and then proceed. Okay, you get my point? Sheikh, today's program. Okay, no problem, Sheikh. This is a plain for loop. You don't have to even if you were absent yesterday, it won't make much of a difference to you. Okay, I'm also giving you one more program after that, which is as follows. Okay. So I'm giving you one more program. Now I'm also giving you a hint. Yeah. So basically in this program, if you can spare a minute towards what I'm speaking, in this program, there is a list with mixed data types as usual, characters. These are all characters. But if you see, there are alphanumeric characters and digit characters only digits. So what I have asked you to do is to convert the digit based characters into a float data type only inside the list. Nothing else. Yep. And you see a pattern. There are, if there are 4 elements in this list, every odd element is actually a digit only, numeric only character string. So you have to target the odd index positions. No, a screen not displayed. That's correct, Swapnil. I have not shared my screen. I have just given you the program. Okay, I've just pasted the program to every one of you. I've not shared my screen till now. Okay, come on, go ahead, try these 2 programs. Okay, I'm muting myself and you can start off. For those of you who have finished, please try the second program.
Bhavya, I am not speaking anything. I have given you a program, and my understanding is that you're working on it. How to use Google Colab? Okay, I will share the Google Colab with you. But before that, okay, I'm sharing my screen now for those of you who want to see. Yeah, good, Varalakshmi, very good. So how to use Google Colab? It is very simple. Please go to the search button and write Google Colab. You will get like this, collab.research.google.com. Okay, once you go there, if you have an existing notebook, Colab book, you can open it. Thank you. Otherwise, you can open a new one, new notebook. Got it now? Okay, Sheikh, Sai Nitish, I hope you have understood. Okay, Sheikh, first program. Sheikh, first program is very easy. What I have asked you to do is, form a pattern like this, just using plain for loops. So for first loop, it is you print 1. For the second iteration, you have to print 2 times. For third iteration, you have to print 3 times. For fourth iteration, this actually will be 4. Okay, I'm sorry, this question is a bit, yeah. I think something's got deleted, yeah. So this is the flow, basically. Okay. Now, I will take this. Yes, good, Azmat, good, Apekshit. So Apekshit, have you run this? Good, Varalakshmi. So I will try to run it for you. The first question, I'm trying to run it for you. So the second program, I won't tell you right now. Okay, I won't tell you because I want you to work over it over the weekend. I will give you a hint. You can use a what you can use? You can use a list comprehension. Doesn't work this way. So it won't work. Okay, for I in range 5, for j in range I comma I plus 1. So yes. So what you have to do is print basically, but I have to play along a bit. Okay, see, very simple program. So what have we done here? What is the logic here? Let's go into the outermost loop. Okay, friends, I'm audible. There's clarity in what I'm saying. Okay, very good. Thank you. So now, first loop is, so what we are doing first is, we are setting up a loop that will go from 0 to 4, 5 numbers, right? So I'm setting up a loop for 5 numbers, means 5 iterations. Then what? Now inside each iteration, what I'm doing, I am doing an iteration again. What iteration I am doing? I am doing what I am saying. I'm taking another iterator. So suppose it's a iteration number 1. So I'm going to create another loop which will go repeat maximum 1 times. So suppose the main iteration number is 2. I'm going to set up another loop which will run maximum 2 times. Internally, it will run 2 times. Okay. Then when I set up a loop for number 3, so this is going to run, the inner loop is going to run 3 times. That's the logic over here. That's all that is there. Then I'm just printing the iterator value 0, 1, 2, 3. But what I'm doing, end equals to this, means I'm saying, wait, you don't, so by default, after every print, what happens? The print function executes a new line. So here there's no new line that is being done. What it executes is a blank, plain simple blank. Okay, means basically no space. So you see here 2 and 2, between 2 and 2, there's no space. If I do like this, suppose I can put 1 space also. See? So what has happened? First loop, say first time I was, say 0. So that won't run. So next is I is 1. Okay, for 1. So now what? This loop, internal loop runs 1 time only. Okay. And since what happens after every print, okay, I will show you this. Print hi n equals to, suppose like this. You see, after hi, there was actually a space. Do you see? I can print also like this, hi. See, this is the functionality of the print function. If you don't give anything to the end, means after the print, what will happen? After printing, what will it end with? If you don't give anything, by default, it will end with a new line. Okay, a special new line. So now what we have done over here is that we have said that, okay, once you print, every time you print this I, whatever is there, don't create a new line. Just place a gap. And then what? Then it is again coming back. So this loop, say for number 2, it is running 2 times. Yes. So then what it is doing, it is printing 2 blank space 2. Then 3 blank space 3 blank space 3, 4 blank space 4 blank space 4. That is how the loop iterates. Okay. You want me to explain this again? Right. Let us look at the inner loop. For j in range I plus I, let's take this. Okay. Let us take this. So what am I saying? J in range 1, comma I plus 1. What is I? Let's say I is first 1. So basically what I'm saying, for j in range 1 to 2, that means run 1 time. Okay. So it prints, say 4. J was 4 there. So let's suppose I will initialize j to say 1. Okay. If I print like this, what does it print? It prints 4. It's only 1. Basically, it's like this. For ITR in range 1, comma 1, 1, comma 2. So you start from 1, go up till 2, but don't take up anything from 2. Don't take up the number 2. So now what I have done, I am saying print ITR, and then you end the print statement with a, say, pipe. Just for your example, I'm showing you. Okay. So it prints 1. Now suppose I make this ITR in range 1 to, let's say j. Let's take ITR in range 1 to. So now go from 1 to 3. Then you see how this will print. See, 1 pipe space 2. Okay. Yes. If I give 1 space range 1 comma 4, then this particular thing will run how many times? It starts from 1, goes up till 3. So 1, 2, 3. So 3 times it will run, right? Just concentrate on this loop now. Forget everything. I'm just trying to explain to you this end, what it does, end equal to. Okay. So you see it's printing 1 and then it's printing a pipe because you are supposed to end that particular print statement with a pipe. Then next, this loop runs again. It prints what ITR value is now. It's 2. So after pipe, it prints 2, and then it ends the print with a pipe again. Like that, it continues. So if I had not given this end, no, see what happens. By default, all print statements end with a single new line. You understand the difference between end when you give end equals to something and if you don't give? Okay, now this concept, please keep it in mind. Okay, now we will look at the outer loop. Yes, Sheikh, I will tell you why it takes 1. I'm telling you, okay. I'm coming to it. Now let us look at this problem again. So for I in range 5. So what does do this outer range? What will it do? Tell me. Outer range, I in range 5. What is this loop doing? Pooja, you please check your network connection because I guess I'm shouting and people are able to hear me. Can you please check your network connection? Anybody else having an issue in hearing me? Okay, thank you. Asmat says you're clearly audible. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Okay. Now, friends, you concentrate on the outer loop. This is how you have to build up your intuition. Now you see the outer loop. Tell me, what is it doing? Suppose in between these things were not there. These two lines were not there. What would this loop have done? Thank you, Sai. Yeah. What would the outer loop have done? Come on, I want answers from you. 5 empty lines, Money is saying me. Very good, Money. I am going to give you a special prize for this. I am going to explain the map filter again to you today at the end of the class. Okay, 5 new lines. Very good. Yeah, so Sheikh, it will print 5 empty lines basically. It doesn't print till 4. So 0, 1, 2, 3. So 4 counts. Now, all that I'm doing here is instead of 5 empty lines, I'm putting in another for loop. And this for loop, what it is doing for every one run of this loop, outer loop, this loop is also run how many times? How many times this loop, inner loop will run for each run of the outer loop? Azmat, I will come to that. I will come to that. Hold on. Upper plus 1. So if first, yeah, outer plus 1. Very good. So if first loop, now the I variable is having a value, say 1. So this loop, inner loop is going to run 1 time. If the outer loop becomes 2, this inner loop is also going to run 2 times. If the I variable of the outer loop is 3, this loop, inner loop is going to run 3 times. Yes, and thus it will continue till 4. So 0 to 4. Okay, we can also make this better. We can actually set up from let it be 1 to 4. This is correct. Okay, so this is how we can set up. Okay, now Sheikh, you got it. Why it was giving 1 before? Why 1 time, you asked me? So this is the reason it was running 1 time. Okay, come on. So quickly, please try this. And somebody is saying, why not stri into I? Yes, that is also something we will explore. For ITR in range 5. Somebody is saying what? Print str of I into I. Okay. No, this is not correct. Repetition operator for IT. Oh, so sorry. This is so stupid of me. It should be string ITR. But you see, the problem here is, got it, Azmat and others who were asking me why not STR of I into I. See what it is doing, it's a repetition operator. So it will repeat that as many times. What you can rather try is, no. This is what you were asking me, Azmat, right? Raji, you also said the same thing. Yes, see, this is what is happening. STR of I into I, it will just repeat this thing so many times. So it's not the correct pattern that we need. Naturally, if ITR is 0 and I say convert this into a string, so 0 into 0 ITR, okay, I think I missed something here. Okay, maybe this will work. Yeah, this will work. Okay. So I've taken a wrong here. Okay. But now one thing is that you need to try, and problem is you won't be able to keep the gap that we had done here. You understand? We needed a gap in between them. If you see the original pattern, actually there was a gap needed. So with this STR of ITR into ITR, that gap won't come. So although technically this is correct, but if I want to patternize it, it won't come properly. So the better way is the one which we saw. That is a better way in this particular question, because that is what this question had asked you. Okay, it had asked for a gap in between. Okay, fine. Now the other question, I am sharing this with you as your homework. So I'm going on leave from tomorrow. Maybe I'm not sure. There will be backup classes planned for you. So I will anyway share this solution with the LMS team. They will share this with you. I will give my entire design and all that. Also, have written a design, everything I will share with the LMS team so that you can refer this program. But I really want you to try this on your own. So please take this as your homework. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Yes, Saket, you can check that. You can do it and check it out. Apparently, it looks that with the STRI formatting, this will not give the exact result. So yeah, you can check it out. Okay. Now, today's session. Yeah? Today, what we are going to do is we will take up something very important called as namespaces and modules. Just open the here. So yesterday we had seen a global variable and a local variable, right? So the local variable stayed within the function. The global variable stayed outside the function. The local variable was preferred within the function, and the global variable was accessible to every function within the main shell. Okay, so we are now working inside this main shell. Yes. So this is our main work area or main namespace. Now, what is it? I'm coming to it. Now, pay absolute focus on this, because these concepts are a bit tricky and dicey. So what we will do now is I'm writing a function called, let's say, seal. I take an input as number n, and what do? I return a square. Okay. So I call this function. This is what the seal function does. Now remember, I also had a seal function within the math module. So if I do math.seal 10.56, it returns me 11 sealing. See, the names of both the functions are same, but the functionalities are different. Now, how is this happening? Now, this happens because of the concept of namespace. What happens? I ask you to imagine, suppose in your area, you have two people with the name Ajay Singh. Both are Ajay Singh. So does an Amazon package for Ajay Singh 1, does it go to Ajay Singh 2? Do you think it can go to Ajay Singh 2? Come on, tell me from your practical experience. What do you think? No, they will have different address. Exactly. So see, they have their own namespace, right? Or area. Okay. So similarly, everything in Python that we do, they have their own namespace. So all the functions that we have written here, now what I will do, I will draw something out for you. I think instead, if I don't draw, you won't be able to understand this. I will draw something for you. So wait a minute for me. Okay. Suppose this is my main shell in which I am writing my programs. Okay, you think of this. This is the main shell. This shell, this which you can see and feel and move your cursor on. Now, inside this, I have imported the math module. Think of this. Okay, the math module I have imported. From here, I have imported. So math module has got various functions like seal, sign, then what float, etc., right? So it's like this, the math module, a version of a copy of the math module with all the functions that is there in it is now part of the main module, right? Main, this is the main module, main area, main work area, main namespace. Okay, and this is what? Math. Okay. Math, seal, sign, float. Okay. Right? Now, I have also written few functions. Suppose the function that I had written, seal, that is also part of this main namespace, main area, main work area. Suppose this, I had done some definition. Did I do anything? Suppose this I, what had defined I equals to 4, no? This I. So that variable is also here, I. So do you see in this main work area, there are various members now, right? So this main work area, it has got a name called as main namespace. Okay. This is the main namespace. This is the math namespace. The namespace of this module now is math. And how do we check this? Now we will revisit our old friend, underscore, 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 underscore. When we had done the rules of grammar, you remember we had said if anything starts with 2 underscores, ends with 2 underscores, it's a special name. And I had told you at that time, forget it, don't worry. Don't worry, I'm going to explain to you what it is. Now is the time for you to understand. So everything, every function that you write in a file that has got a name. So if I can show you, suppose this program that I had done, suppose this program that I had written inside the file name is longest consecutive string.py. I can actually import it inside my main work area, and this program.py, miscellaneous programs.py, or whatever I have, it will have its corresponding namespace known as miscellaneous programs. Let me show you. Or did I close it? Oh, I closed it. I'm so sorry. Okay. We'll open it again. No problem. Import. So let me see if this works. I have a chance that this will get stuck. Why it's so, that also will explain. Okay. Put miscellaneous programs. Okay. From so do I have a function here? Yes, I have. So p dot new list. What are the things I have? P dot new list. Okay. Does it take anything? No, it doesn't. Okay. So it's got a well-defined here. P dot new list. Oh, okay. Sorry. This p dot new list. This is not a function. This is just a list. Okay. So it works like this. I can also call this. P dot convert list element. I can give like this. Yes. Now, if you are worried what I am doing, just hold on. Yes, Saket. Yes. I'm coming to it. I'm explaining. So what I did, see, first of all, I imported this MISC miscellaneous underscore programs. Now, what is this? Yeah, this is just a Python file, .py extension. But the moment I import it, this becomes a module. So whatever programs, functions I've written there, classes I've written there, I can now access it from this main work area or the main namespace. Now you will start thinking in terms of namespaces. Okay. Now, does this miscellaneous programs module, does it have a namespace? So to know that, what you need to do, p dot underscore underscore name, and see its namespace name is also miscellaneous programs. So whatever is the name of the file is also the name of the particular namespace. So remember it like this. So now inside this main work area, there's another module, which is what? Whose namespace is misc underscore programs. Are you clear? Have you been able to follow me? Harsh, it's called draw.io. It's very useful. Everybody, those of you who are interested in knowing what is the name of this app which I'm using for doing all these drawings, this is called draw.io. It's a freeware. Anybody can download it and use it. You can actually make flow charts and all with it. If we did something about after importing, what well, the original code changes. If you change something within the main code, the module, then it will change, but you have to reload that module again. Otherwise, what, as I said, it's a copy. It takes a copy of the module and stores in the main namespace. It is not the original that is getting affected. It's like a copy. It's like a clone of it. Then a module is just a file name, right? In which you can write functions, classes, etc., etc. Module, you can say, as a collection of functions, collection of classes, various variables also being there in a module. As you saw just now, I had a list in this module, miscellaneous programs. Okay, good. So if you have understood modules, if you have understood namespace, now your foundation is complete. Okay. So what we will look now forward is how do we import modules, and also how do we actually download modules from the net. So some of the modules, as you know, like math, then modules like say time, date and time, these all come inbuilt with Python. You don't need to actually download them from external sources. But then there are modules which are built into Python's repository. Okay, and these you have to install from outside. Now the way to install is to use, there's a functionality, again a program which comes built with Python. It's called as pip, Python installer, basically Python package installer or something like that it's called. So you give pip install. Suppose in my case I have a named Excel Wings package, module named Excel Wings. So it will run it. It will first check whether the package is already there. If it is there, it will tell you it's already existing. Otherwise, yeah, see, it says requirement already satisfied. Otherwise, it will install for me. Okay, let me see if I can show you some package, totally new how installation works. I'll go shooting Python package. Okay, let me see. Okay, Keras. Let me see if I can install Python. Keras. See, this is how it happens. It starts downloading it. Checked that the package is there, then it starts downloading it. It gives you all these messages. Okay, so what did I do? I opened the Windows command prompt, CMD. I went there, I typed the pip install keras. So it gave me a warning. You can ignore warnings. In my case, it is saying you're using pip version 21.2. It's asking me to upgrade pip. I don't need to. I said thanks, but no thanks. So this is how you install packages. And to uninstall, you can do pip uninstall. Yes, it asks you to confirm. See, yes, I confirm. It says I have uninstalled it, tells you. Okay, two major important things for you. One is install using pip install, and the other is uninstall using pip uninstall. Will you please make a note? I need you to make a note. Yeah, Wakar, let it do. That's okay. Yes, Azmat, you can use command prompt as a Python compiler. You can run Python. See, not compiler. Don't use the term compiler. For you, it's not relevant. So you can come here and do Python. So it will start here. So all that you're doing, you can do here. You can run your Python files here by using Python, whatever you have done, can run it and say suppose my program, my case something miscellaneous programs dot py. The same text line 1. So there's some problem there, but this is how you can run. Okay. I think what miscellaneous programs is not defined. Okay, that's a different thing. Yes, so this is how you can also run. First file name in Python 3. No, that is not the correct way. Okay, but yes, you can also run from command prompt, but it will be a bit uncomfortable for you, especially those of you who are starting off. So you can run in your proper IDs. For the moment, concentrate only on the ID. Okay, so modules are clear. Namespace is clear. How you install modules, that also you have made a note. Now what we will see is how do you import modules. So you have been doing this in a while. You have imported like you did pip install, you did modules like math. You also did you import OS? You didn't, but we will do that also today. I showed you how you can import this miscellaneous programs. Shown you. Now here's something. Suppose, let's say instead of importing everything from the math module, I just need to import only the ceil and float functions. I don't need the entire math module into my main workspace. I just need the ceil and float function. So I can do like this from math import ceil comma float. Now we will see what components are part of my main namespace. So I have a function called as dict, D-I-C-T. Shows me an empty dictionary. Okay, dict. Let's go. Sorry, dict. Sorry, not dict, not dict. D-I-R. I'm sorry. D-I-R. This is the directory function. It shows you what are there currently as a part of your main namespace. Okay. So it says there's a module called miscellaneous programs because I've imported this entire module. Then I want you to concentrate here and see that it is also having the function name ceil and floor. And also, do you see this dir returns a list of the members of the main namespace. For the moment, you forget the built-ins and all that. Don't worry on those. We will come to those. concentrate just now on this first module that is there, the functions that have been imported, and over here you see also the main namespace. The name of the namespace is a part of your list that returns with the dir function. Clear? Do I make sense? Okay, increase font size. Okay, thank you, Lalita. Will increase the font size. Wait. In IDLE, if you want to increase the font size and all things like that, go to options. Come to options, configure idle, then give the size. So I will make it 22 so that all of you can view it. Is this better now? Can you please confirm? Is it better? Okay. Thank you. Sorry for the inconvenience. Thanks for putting up with it. Okay. Right. So now we understand that we have imported two functions from seal and float. Now what till now, last time also when I called the seal function, if you remember, I had done math.seal, right? 15. It will give me an error now because I have not imported the math module. I have only imported two functions from the math module, and see the math module is not part of my main namespace. But if I do now seal, see, it will work perfectly and it will return me the number. It will return me the output 16. Yes, similarly for float. But now what if you tell me now, think through this. If we rewrite our old friend, the seal function again. Now if I call seal, which function will be invoked? What do you think? Which function will be called now? What will be the return value? The latest function, some of you are saying. What do others think? User defined function, okay. Built-in maybe, okay. So we will see. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. Okay. No problem. From math import seal comma to also def seal and return and. So now if I call this seal 15, let's say 16.789, I will end up getting which one? You see, I will end up getting the n square. So what has happened is this seal, the latest one, has overridden the one which I had imported from math module. Because what? Why do you think this did so? Why did the user defined one override the built-in one? Yes. Come on, guys, think. I've just now told you of the concept of namespaces. Think on that line. Think of this diagram that I've shown you. Okay, what happens is both these functions are jostling, they're competing for the same namespace, the main namespace. So that is why the previous one got overridden. Now, if I import again seal and floor, now you see what happens. 16.789 will return me 17. You understand? So they were both fighting for the main namespace. Okay, this is one more concept that we have seen. How do we import this? We have seen. So we have got most of the concepts in line. Now, how does, when I wrote this import math, or when I say import MISC underscore programs, how does the Python interpreter understand which module has to be imported? How does it search out? What is its location of this module? So module means basically a file. How does it find out? What does it do? Okay. So what happens here is, that is why when you, now let me go to my Windows. Now, if you open the start menu, there's something called as edit system variables. Edit the system environment variables. If you come here, you will get this system properties tab screen, and that this advanced tab will be selected by default. Come to the environment variables here and go to the user variables for your computer. What you see here, there are two paths called Python path and path. Now, what happens usually, the way the interpreter searches for any file, when you say that open this file, and next day is when you see the file, how file operations happen, when you give a file name for opening or a module, what it does is it first checks what is the current directory and whether the file is located in the current directory. Now, what is the current directory? The current directory is the directory or the path from which your current file has been opened up. So what is my current file? What is the current file that I'm working on? Why so much silence today? What happened? Am I not making sense at all? Am I asking too tough questions? Come on, try. What is the current file which I've opened? You can see in front of you, right? What is it? What is the app? Should I tell you what is the app which I've opened? The app. What is the app? Look at my screen properly. Look at even my cursor. Idle. Very good. Very good. Idle. So this is an app also, application. This itself is an application. So this application, it is stored in some directory. So that is the current working directory now. How do I understand this? So there's a module called as OS. Let me see, import OS dot get CWD. So this is my current working directory. And if you open this up by going here, say if I say Windows, run, run. To the run app, if I open it and copy this path here and click enter, then you see this folder will open up. This is exactly the folder what is created when you install Python. When you download and install Pythons, all that you did, it created this folder. And this IDLE is a part of this directory. It is stored here. Okay. So that is why this telling you this is my current working directory. So first thing, Python interpreter searches for the current working directory. Now, what if, let me tell you, show you something funny. What if, let me open another file, another program which I'd written. Let me say this file, hello. Okay, plain print. If I run this, run module F5, it says what? Restart D trainings, ExcelR training programs, hello.py. Now, what is my current working directory? So I have to import the OS again. And I say the OS got CWD. OS, it's basically a module which gives you a lot of functions to deal with the operating system per se. So you want to know your current working directory. You want to change your current working directory. So OS is the module for that. In the OS module, there's a function called as getCWD. Okay, so now you see my current working directory has changed. When I open this file and ran it, so now the path from which this file was started or booted up, that became my current working directory. CWD means current working directory. Okay. Are you clear? Did you get the gist of what I've said till now? Lakshmi, can you write down for me what is not clear? Okay, please repeat, sir. I will repeat the current working directory again. The current working directory, my friends, is the path from which the particular file is opened up or where the particular file is stored. So when you start up your IDLE, so what are you doing? You're starting the IDLE app, right? Where is this IDLE app stored? It is stored in this path. So this is your current working directory. Okay. Now, if you open this file is also a sort of app, right? The other file which I wrote here, hello.py. And if I run this, so what am I doing? I'm opening up that hello.py file. So where am I running it from? I'm running it from this path, trainings, ExcelR training program. So this is now my current working directory. Understand? Clear? Now do you understand? See, it restarted. It restarted. Why? Because it had to boot up this file. This file was booted up. This file was brought to life. And the file path, the path where this file is stored, the directory where this file is stored is the current working directory. Is this process how to open safe program in Python? Yes, correct, Lalita. Okay, thank you. Thanks that you have understood it. I'm very happy. So now, quick training for you. Okay, let me first finish this concept. Okay, so first, when does the interpreter search for a file? It searches in the current working directory. We are clear with that, right? Next, what we will see is, we will see apart from that, what other places it searches for. Edit. Next place where it sees is a inner path, which is specified by this variable, user variable Python path. So this is how you can add variables here, like new go Python path. Okay. And here you can put the path where it needs to check out. Suppose in my case, I had said I'm not setting this again. In my case, I had set the path of my programs where I write all my programs and store them, the directory where I write my programs. What is that directory? Is this one. Got it? So next it sees in this path, Python path. And when it doesn't find even in the Python path, then finally, as a last resort, it goes to the system path where all system paths and operating system files are stored, like say Windows, okay, PyCharm, etc. So this, if you remember, when you were setting installing Python using that plain IDE by downloading it from python.org, then what happened is you were asked to tick one line, right? Add paths. So that tick was done so that add Python to path, so that all your Python files are stored in this path variable. So this is the last place where it searches for. If it doesn't find here also, then it throws an error that this module or this file has not been found. Okay, are you clear till this point? Prasanna, with Google Colab, the problem will be, you can actually check it out. So Prasanna is asking me, will it work with Google Colab? That's his question. So with Google Colab, see, Google Colab is basically over the cloud. Okay. So what you have to do is, you probably will have to map this into your Google, your programs and all. What you can do, you can actually create a map. Your directories that are there in your local system, you can create a map of it into your Google Cloud. There's a technique by which you can do it, and you can actually then run it. Or otherwise, what you can do, you can specify over here that you can go to this path and check it out. Okay. So to be very honest with you, I never had to actually run it that way from Google Colab. So while it would be a good use case for you to try out and come and let me know how it goes. You try accessing a directory in your local system and see how it goes. Okay. When I say a directory, I say that please try accessing some module which is there in your local system. Otherwise, with these Google Colabs or things like Anaconda distribution, etc., what happens? All the major tools that you need, the major packages that you need, they're by default installed. They come with it. So if you say NumPy, it's already there. If you say Pandas, it's already there. You don't have to do pip install again. Okay. Vakar and Saket, please save your question for the end. We will discuss your questions. Okay, today, since we are a bit late, I want to move on with the next concepts. Okay, so modules we have understood. We have understood how Python checks for path. We have understood what the dir function does. We've checked how modules are located. Finally, we will see what is a package. So most of the things that we do pip install and downloads and NumPy and all these actually are packages. Package is like collection of modules. Okay, see, this is a way of actually beautifying and simplifying and organizing your files properly. So in a module, suppose you're writing a big application for a patient handling system of a hospital, then instead of writing all the different types of functionalities you have, like say registration of a patient, diagnosis of a patient, doctor appointment of a patient. You will always try to create different sorts of functions for one different functionality and store them in one module. Okay, so this is known as modularization, right? This term is modularization. And when you store all these various modules into one directory, that directory is known as a package. Okay, so basically different files or different packages you store into one big package. So to show you, let me see if I can show you something. So if you see here, this is my Python, basically the place where my Python is installed. And over here, lib. Okay, so if I open lib, you see a lot of directories here. Kinter, SQLite3, logging, JSON, HTTP, HTML. These all are various packages. They do various functionalities. Somebody asked me, I think on day 4 or 5, can we actually access the source code of these modules? So this is how you can do, but don't please play around with it. Now you see inside this HTML module, this is used for dealing with HTML requests and responses. So you see there is 3 files, one init, one called as entities, and the other parser. So these entities and parser are the various module files, and the init or initialization file, this actually says that you download these modules into me. Okay, see from html.entities import html5, it has said. See, entities is the module. It's also got a regex import. Okay, and then there's some other functions may be there within it, may not be there within it. But if you have to write a package, my friends, very simple. What you have to do, create a folder with the package name. Suppose you are writing a package for, suppose math package. So you have two modules. One is for adding files, adding numbers, and another is for square rooting the numbers. So you store both these two modules in the math package or the math folder. You create a underscore init underscore file like this, and plain and simple, just put in the import statements. Import, add, import, square root. Your package is ready. From the packages, you can access, what can you access? You can access the modules also. Want to see? I will show you. Suppose import HTML. This is the package HTML dot. It's got a lot of, okay, so it hasn't given you access basically. Whatever, it needs some parameters and all. So inside this package, basically, it is using all these modules. So you can do like this again from HTML import. Suppose this here, escape. Yes, Saket, that's correct. Saket is asking me, so can we also make our file inside a library folder and use it whenever? Don't tamper with these built-in folders, my friends. Okay, you can do it, but please don't tamper with it. You might end up corrupting some other file, and now anyway you're playing with it, practicing. But if it's a work scenario, they will hold you accountable. Okay. Please don't request me to share things on WhatsApp or email and all. I'm not authorized to do so. If anybody has any request, please drop a mail to the ExcelR LMS team, which our LMS support staff will share with you. Our LMS Spox will share with you. Okay. So one more thing I will show you quickly. So we have seen how we get the current working directory. Suppose I want to change my current working directory to some other folder. So there's another very important function called as chdir. And then what you have to give? You have to give the path. Suppose instead of programs, I want to change it to ExcelR training, say Python project. So this is how I copy. I go here. If you see, I have opened this. To copy it easily, click here like that, like I have done. Just a right click. This entire path is copied. It's in blue. Do a Control C. Bring it here. R. Okay, what is this R? I haven't told you. R means a raw string. Why is this R needed? So suppose, tell me what happens if I do like this. Print hello /n world. If I do this, what will be the output? Hello /n world. Good. Hello, then new line world, right? Correct. You're all correct. But what if I actually want to print a pattern like this? I just want an output just like this. Hello world. So that time we put an R, which means a raw string, in front of the beginning of the string quote, first quote that is there. I put an R before it. So this tells the interpreter that don't treat /n as a special character. Treat it just like a normal alphanumeric. Okay. So this is why /n is needed. Okay. So change directory. I've changed my directory and now I will confirm what is my current working directory. And you see, this is my current working directory, Python project. Okay. Are you comfortable? This concept is a very important concept. So I need you to be totally confident with it, totally clear with these concepts. You put N, then what it does. Wakar, please save these questions. As I say, towards the end, we will discuss this. Okay, so we have finished the section on modules and namespaces. You also know what is a package. And to wrap it up, I will show you a very funny, basically slide. It shows how a non-programmer, you must have heard this story, that crow wanted to drink water. The crow went on putting a pebble after another. Then the smart crow came and put a pipe and drank it. So this is the first one on the left is the non-programmer. The one in the center is the programmer. And this is the Python programmer. See, such a big pipe. Life is very easy for the Python programmer. Okay. So I'm a Python trainer. I need to tell you all these things. Yeah, Saket, save that question. All your questions, please save it. The last 15 minutes. Okay, good. Chalo, we had some fun also. We have seen how to create a package. Now, next thing is that, okay, this is a very funny quote. I got it. If builders built buildings the way programmers wrote programs, then the first woodpecker that came along would destroy civilization. See, what a bad name we programmers have. Yes, they feel that everything we write is actually very junk. So we need to prove the world that we are wrong. We write our codes actually sets up the basis of civilization. Our codes power cities, our programs power nuclear plants, our programs power COVID operations also. Our programs run those MRI machines, costly MRI machines. Our programs work in self-driven cars and even normal cars. Okay, so we are in search of excellence. Always take pride in programming. Now, next thing, very important topic, it's known as file management, file operation. In your day-to-day life, we all deal with files, right? Now, I want you to actually tell me what sort of files you deal with in your day-to-day life. What are the sort of files you work with? Java files, okay, fine. .java extensions. Then what else? HTML, very good. Python files, excellent. Text files, very good. PPT, XLS, JPEG, PNGs, very good, excellent. So many different types of files, right? HTML, Py, C++, SQL files, very good. Yeah, right. So what do you do when you get a file? What are the sort of operations that you can do with a file? PDF, yes, correct. Yadnesh, what do we do? What sort of operations do we do with files? Read, write, modify, good, zipping, excellent, fine. Ifat is telling me I can't hear your voice is not coming. Ifat, check your network connection. I think others can hear. It may be a connection issue at your end. Okay, Salma says append. Very good, Salma. That's a point. Append, read, excellent. So the type of operations that we do with the file, what are they? They are, let me also open my notepad so that people who are watching on YouTube or who will watch later, for them especially. So read, write, things like append, or broadly they fall under the modify category. Okay, modify. Now, so Python, to work with a Python file, you need to access the Python file pointer object. So the file pointer object is created, or the file object is created by using the built-in function called as open. In open, you need to give the file name. Let's say in our case, let's say, what do I do? Okay, let me take something. Okay, I will open this text file. Okay, it says class text. I will put a raw string here. So class text dot and what txt, and give the extension. Now I am saying I'm going to open the file. So you just now said that file can be opened for read, write, append, etc. So I need to say in what mode or what operation I'm going to do with this file. In this case, suppose I am saying that I will read the file. No such detect class type. Okay. There is some issue. I don't know the file tracing. So what I will do is I will change my current working directory. I will forcefully change it so that just in case there's some issue with the file path and all, it will overcome them. So I'm changing my current working directory. This is clear to you. Now I'm trying to open the file. Okay, so this works. So I need to check out why this is causing a problem, because anyway it should go to the Python path. Okay, so file pointer. So what type of object is this? It is a file pointer object. Okay. Now what will I do with this? I'm going to say read the file. When I give read, it actually gives you an option how many bytes of data you want to read. So if I don't give anything, it reads the entire file. Now this file operation is done, the read operation is done, we will close the file. Okay, just like you would close your Word file, PDF file, text file. Once the work is done, you close it off. So here also we close it off in this way, fp.close. Open and close the file, absolutely. No, don't, Saket, don't do anything with PDF. PDF needs a separate module basically for working with it. Yes, please work with text now. That's the basic. We are building up on our basics. So just work with text. Okay. So what I need you to do quickly is you create a new file, store it in some directory, open that file in a read mode and read out, suppose 5 characters from that file. So the way to do that will be, if I want to read partially, so what I would have done, instead of giving fp.read, I would have given fp.read 5. Now, if I do again fp.read 10, it will read the next 10 bytes and next 10 characters basically. Please concentrate on the lecture right now. Attendance link. If it's not opening, the LMS team would have noted your query and they would have been they will be working on it. Yes, so Saket is asking me, how is output of fp.read 10 coming? Hello is not there. So Saket, what happens when you did first fp.read? It's as if the cursor came here and started blinking. So when you did fp.read 10, it started reading from this blank space. And now if you see, the cursor is actually blinking here. So if I do fp.read now, say 10 more, it will start from this W and will go till the how was the. Understand? This is how you got only those 10 characters and hello was not there in that line. Okay, friends, today you need to bear with me since I started a bit late. I will extend the class by 15 minutes. Please stay back. Yes, Yagnesh, space also counts. Absolutely. Space is, remember, a special character /s. Finish it off, finish this read, then we will take up the write. If you don't give, Lalita is asking me, what if we don't give size? Then it will read the entire thing, Lalita. Okay, now let's do one thing. This E not forward slash, this will work with a backslash, Sakit. So you would do good to revise it. Right. Now we will do one thing. We will close this and we will open the file in a write mode. But I won't open the file, this file, because if I open this file in a write mode, it will override everything that I've written over here before. All my writings will be gone. It will erase everything and then write it. Now, how to avoid that? That also we will discuss. But let's first see the write mode. FP. So what am I doing? I am opening a new file, say class test underscore text, and I'm opening in W. W stands for write mode. So there is a slide in the slide pack that I've given shared with the that has been shared with you, which all the modes are explained. Okay, so now how do I know if the file has actually been opened? There's a flag called as closed. It checks if a file is open or closed. It says false. It returns a boolean true or false. It says no, the file is not closed, it is open. Now over here, you can actually use the method called write, p.write, and say, hi, how am I doing? So it gives you an output as 19. That means it has written 19 characters. And you can actually go to the site and see this file has been generated. Okay, I need to close the file to save the changes. So I will close it, fp.close. Let's see 1 KB file. How am I doing? Now, if you open this file again in a write mode, so what will happen is that, as I said, it will overwrite the old stuff. So let's have a look at that also. fp.write, hi, don't overwrite me. I will put a line like this. Don't overwrite me. So what it has done now, fp.close. So you see, it overwrote everything that we had written. Okay, so that is why you need to be very careful when you're working with files, especially file writes and all. And don't give your code to everybody to access just like that. People may put in junk code like this, write something, they will overwrite. Be very careful. Okay, so now we have written, we have read from a file, we have learned how to close it. What if I want to append? I want to open a file for writing from the end of the last line. I don't want to overwrite. I just want to write after the last line that exists. So in that case, we open the file in a append mode. Okay. If I open this in A mode, so what I can do now is fp.write few. It's not overwritten. It's not overwritten. So now I will close this and we will check what has gone on. See, so it has finished from the last character that was there. It has written it. Okay, so this is called as append mode. Now, what if I want to open the file in a both read as well as write mode? So if I do like this, fp equals to open r plus. This means first you open the file for reading and you also allow it to be written. So it is not just a view only mode, read only mode. It is both read plus write. Now, if I want to see at what point of my file my cursor currently is, so I use a method called as tell. It tells me at what byte my cursor currently see. It is at location 0. That means it is blinking here. So it is blinking here at the beginning. Now, let me write off everything here. I will read off everything. Then once I've read everything, I will start writing. fp.read. Now I will start writing also here. So I can use fp.write here. Just read mode, you can't use the fp.write method. It won't allow. I can write as well. If you close it and you open it again, right? Similarly, if you open the file in append plus a plus mode or w plus mode, what it will do is it will first try to write into the file and then read from it. But in this case, it will override everything. Okay, it will first override all the contents. So one more thing that I will show you now is called a similarly a plus means you can append at the end of the file and then again read it. We will see how to do this. fp equals to open to an a plus mode. Okay. So what mode have I opened it? If you want to check this, there's a flag called as mode. It will tell you in fp dot a plus mode. That means append as well as read. If I want to understand if the file is open or closed, it is open. Now, what is the file name that I've opened? If I want to know that, there's also a way to do it, which is called as fp dot file name. Sorry. Name. Sorry, it is name actually. So, yeah. Okay. The name attribute, it tells you, and the name flag, it tells you what file has been opened. Now, I know we are ending towards the last section, coming towards the last section of the class. You must also be feeling a bit impatient, but take a deep breath and still be there with me, settle down, because I'm going to tell you a concept which is very important when you work with files. It is called as seek. Okay, so just be patient. So I've opened the file for reading. Now, can I read from the file? No. That's because when you open a file in append mode, it goes till the end of the file, as we have seen, and the cursor probably blinks here, and it is waiting for me to write something. So what if I want to bring back the cursor to the beginning of the file, totally to the beginning, so that I can start reading from beginning? So there's a method called seek, which takes something called cookie and when. So we will understand what cookie and whens. So I will say 0, 0. So now it tells you that I'm stationed at the beginning of the file. My cursor is at the beginning. So now if I do fp.read, see it is like this. Now it can read. So seek means 0,0 means you take the cursor to the beginning of the file and then start reading from the first character itself. If I do again fp.seek, now at what position is my file? At what position is my cursor? If I do tell, it'll tell me that, okay, sorry, it's a method. It'll tell me at 70, it's at the end of the file. So I am again resetting it. I'm going fp.seek 0,1. Okay, sorry, fp.1 0 7 10. Okay, now if you read from here, will actually say override. So it's left 10 bytes. This cookie 10 means leave out so many bytes, and this whence. So whence by default is 0 means start reading from the beginning. Okay. Now suppose I again take the file to the, I want to take to the end. No, I will take to the beginning first. Okay. Now, if I want to take the file to the end of the cursor to the end of the file, then I need to place 0,2. So now it tells you that it is stationed at character 70. That is the end of the file. And now here you can do all your stuff. fp dot write. You can write one more line. I am tired. Let's say. So it has written 12 more characters, and now you can close it off. Okay. I think too many concepts were told to you. Let's discuss these one at a time. Okay. So now it's 9. We have 15 minutes wherein we will discuss our problems, our questions, our doubts. So the forum is open for you. Go ahead and ask me your questions. But today when you go back, you have to open this file that you have in your LMS. Come to this Python file management. Go through these slides. You will see all that I've told here is there. This seek, okay, tell, all of it is there. Okay, you need to go back and practice this today itself if you can. Okay, okay, yes, Vakar, I will explain main. See, Vakar, main means it's, if I say, okay, Vakar, you tell me where do you stay? Thank you, Jayashree. Thank you so much. Okay, Vakar, you tell me where do you stay? Which city are you from? Okay, Vakar is from Mumbai. Now, suppose Vakar, your main city is what? Mumbai. In Mumbai, you might be staying at some place, say Borivali or whatever. I am not very familiar with Mumbai. Say Borivali, or you stay in what they call Bandra or Khar. Sion, yeah, right. Thanks. Okay. Thank you, Achal. That's so sweet of you to say that. Thank you so much. Really value it. Okay. So this is what we have done, that we are going to do what? We are going to stay it in 2 years. Basically, we are going to keep it in 2 parts. One is that you are in Mumbai, so which is your main area, and you stay in Sion. So you belong to the namespace Sion, right? Which is contained in the main namespace called main. It's like this. Main is the superset in which subsets are there. Okay, so if you can see of this again, this work area, that see this shell, basically the shell on which you're writing all your code, debugging, running. This is the main area, right? Like Mumbai. In this, there are various localities like Sion and this and that. Correct. So those are their namespaces are like Mumbai. Yeah, money, I will do it. I'll do it. Okay. Vakar, are you clear now? What is main doing? Nabil, you can check. Nabil asks, is there any command to install all the pip files at once? You can check it by doing multiple commas and giving. Okay. Lalita, what is your question, sir? For not getting over writing problem, we should add /n. Lalita, I'm not, again, the question is not clear. Can you break down the question for me for not getting overwriting problem? I'm not sure what overwriting problem. Okay, next. Okay, Anchal asks me, is there class tomorrow? Yeah, I think Anchal's another teacher will be there tomorrow. That's what I understand. The LMS team here can also declare at the end of the session. Okay. Maybe I think they have, so that you don't get disturbed, they have arranged for another teacher to come and say. Saket, sir, I have a concern. When we write the code on editor side, not on console side, os.getCW returns with single but Python accepts double backslash. We need to change every time. Saket, why do you need to? No, Saket, it's okay. Python will accept single quotes also. Python will also accept single quote. It's not like you saw, so how many times I worked in Python, the main prompt with single quote. No, that shouldn't happen. I worked with single quote. No, you saw here how many times I did with single quote. I've used single quote all the time. See, I've given single quote. Sorry, single slash backslash. Yeah, Lalita, that's called as drawstring. Lalita is saying for avoid it, we need to type /n at beginning or not. Wait, Lalita, that's drawstring. I will explain that again as well. Okay, one more question. I think this is a good question. Things were moving very fast. From okay, Irina asks, sir, can we able to know how much time by interpreter to compile, convert the code? Irina, that is something which goes on inside. I don't have an answer. Very honestly, I will say I don't know. But I can try to search it for you, as also you may do it yourself. That will be a good learning for me also. Okay, I'm not sure whether anything like that is available, but there will be something. Prasanna, from when you will be available? I am coming back on 19th, but we actually have 3 more classes, so 20 hours. So 7th, today is the 7th class. So 3 hours, 3 more classes are there. I think there will be another teacher who will teach you. Okay, Prasanna, I would love to do it, but also your classes have to continue, and the teacher who is coming is equally good, and you will also like his classes. I'm very sure of it. ExcelR takes only very very competent teachers that way. We are very strict on it, so please do that. I'm sure you will like his classes also. Okay, Lalita, now getting back to what you said. Okay, Lalita, I guess you're asking me that how we can avoid the specialness of a /n. So this is how we avoid the specialness. Lalita, we use something called as a raw string, print R. This tells the interpreter that please don't consider /n as a special character, is not special. This is how we have to do it. So again, those of you who had asked me to explain raw string again, this is the importance of raw string. Okay, Money, if you are still there, we will discuss lambda functions. Thank you, Lalita. Yeah, and sorry, I think day 3 or 4, I had not been able to understand one of your questions, so a bit of fear was there. Confusion. Oh, Saket, yes, I guess so. You would have messed up with the slash. Okay. Yeah, Money. Now, see, Money, when I say a lambda function, it is a function without a name. Remember this, it's a small, like a one-line function. We are cutting down on all the frills, right? We are just having a function without a name. So here we have an input argument and just a return argument. That's it. Although, having said that, in a lambda function also you can put one or two if conditions, one if condition, okay? Else if else you can put. So, but the whole purpose is defeated if you want to write a lambda function for a very big function. Doesn't make sense. Only 1 or 2 line function is there, then you use lambda. So here what you did, now you tell me, Money, what does this lambda tell the interpreter? When I use the keyword lambda, what does it tell the interpreter? Come on, I'm waiting for the answer. When I use the reserved keyword lambda, what does the interpreter understand? Suppose you are the interpreter and I'm telling you, hi, Money, lambda. What would be the understanding that goes in your mind? Anonymous function. Very good. Abhita, very good. So it's an anonymous function. So a function which doesn't have name. If I had not given lambda and I tried to write a function without a name, it would have given me an error, saying syntax error. Okay. So first is lambda tells that this function won't have a name. It has an input argument and it returns the values r square. This is a lambda function. Takes a number, returns its square value. Now I pass the number, suppose 15 to it. It returns me 225. Very simply, this is what is a lambda function do. Okay. Now you need to actually write more lambda functions, more list comprehensions, etc., etc. Then only you will understand how lambda functions work, how list comprehensions work. Got it? Okay, thank you, Mani. Abhita, that question, okay, Abhita is asking me a question, which one is more efficient in writing code with directly by built-in functions or code with entire logic? It depends, no, Abhita? Suppose you're writing a code from scratch. So you will actually write your code. Okay, now I understand what you are saying. Okay, so you are saying, alluding to things like map, filter, reduce. See, in the interest of time, actually, you can use map, filter, reduce, and these built-in functions. And you don't need to write something if it's already there. But when we study, why do we insist that you write from scratch so that you will understand the logic? Okay. So if a built-in function is there, which does the task that you need, use it when you are actually working. But if you can rewrite that in your own terms, you will get a sense of accomplishment. Your understanding will become much better and you will actually feel more confident. Kishiv Pratap, sir, can you please explain about seek function parameters? Yes, I thought you people will have a doubt on seek. So seek. Let's seek it. Okay. Let's seek again. See, seek takes basically two parameters called cookie and whence. It's not our many of our we have child names, no, like cookie, cuckoo, not that cookie. This is a actually denotes from which how many bytes should we leave out and then search. Okay, let me open the file again. I'm opening this in append mode. So what should I do to understand at which location my cursor is now? Which one should I, what flag should I use? Come on, what flag do I need to use? What happened? All of you fled. You run away, all of you. I am saying for when you open a file by using the open function and you want to understand at what byte the cursor currently is, what flag do you need to use? It is tell. Okay, please by heart all these. Tell, it tells you what is the current byte location. It is the tell method at 83. That means end of the file. Now I need to bring it to the beginning. So seek brings the file to the beginning, the cursor to the beginning or the end. So when I say cookie, so if I do 0, whence means where do you want to take the cursor to? So I give 0 means says take the file cursor to the beginning of the file and place it there only, because I will start reading from the file like this is doing now. This cursor is blinking here and I start reading from this hello. What if the cursor was blinking here? I would have started reading from this class. Okay. Now if I did fp.seek 0, 2, so it will take me, 2 means take me to the end of the file, which it will place here, the cursor. Now, if I want to take the cursor back to the beginning of the file and move it by say 10 bytes, then I will say 10, 0. And then if I say fp.tell, will tell me that, okay, your cursor is placed at after 10 bytes. So the file will start reading from those 10 bytes. Okay. Thank you, Mani. Thank you so much. So Shiv Pratap, is seek okay now? Are you able to follow the seek function parameters? Thank you, Shiv Pratap. Thank you so much. Saket, you have used KW args with 3 parameters. Don't do that. Use double star because that means a keyword argument, variable keyword argument. Python allows everything, but don't take the liberty too far. Okay, you will piss off Python. Three arguments are not needed. No, I don't think there's any syntax with 3 arguments. Interpreter will not understand it. Okay, don't do 3 arguments and all. Okay, so are we done? Are we good? Can I stop my share? I wish all of you the very best. You have been a great batch to work with. I thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Okay. Keep practicing. Don't get bogged down. Practice every day. That's what is my last probably my, I don't know if this is my last class, I need to check, but whatever it is, you need to love programming. Day one, we had said, remember, love programming. So love programming and keep practicing. The more that you practice, the better you will be, the more confident you will be. Okay. Yeah. Okay, guys. Thank you so much. I wish you all the best. Stay safe. Thank you, Saket. Thank you, Salma. Thank you so much.
Deep sir, thank you so much for delivering such a fantastic sessions.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
And guys, tomorrow session is there.
Okay. And my teammates from LMS, I'm going to, can I drop you a code here in the chat? If you can please share it with them.
Sure, sir.
I'm just dropping it in the chat. I'm sending it over here. Just a second before I leave. Send here. Chat. Thanks, Aket. Yeah, good night. Bye-bye. Yeah. Just drop this file for you guys to work on. But please, friends from LMS, don't share with them right now. They should try. If you share with them, they might just feel tempted to check it. So give them a day or two, let them try and then come back.
Okay, we'll upload in LMS by tomorrow evening. Is it okay?
Yeah, that would be good.
Yeah.
So for you guys, there's no respite. You have to try the program. You're not getting the solution so easily. Okay. So just give me a moment. Let's see. What happened? Yeah, I've given it. Also, what I'm doing for them, because somebody had yesterday asked me, I think Saket or somebody had said about the sets. So I'm just giving that. There's a Jupyter notebook which I'm sharing. And please also update it in the. I really wish that they if will also work on their own, will pick this up on their own. So I'm giving the sets, the notebook for sets also. And please kindly update it on the LMS. Thanks, Lalita. Thank you. I will try to come. Yeah. Thanks, Saurav, for wishing me a happy journey. Great, all of you. Thank you. Bye. Brilliant.
Yes, Tirumati, you can wind up.